Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Meredith Bevan, a pharmacist with a fascination for true crime, and I'm here with my wife and co host, Andy. Today, we're diving into the world of medications, the ones that can heal or turn deadly. So sit back, relax, listen, and learn. This is The Medicine Murders. All right, Andy, welcome back. Episode 9. And we got to be quick. We got to be fast. You know why?
Oh, because of the sports ball?
Because the sports ball is on. Ain't no joke. Um,
Number 59.
It's right after we just watched Kendrick Lamar kill it, and we're watching the Eagles beat Casey's booty. So we'll see how the second half goes, but we gotta be quick.
Mm-hmm.
I promised everyone we'd record on Sunday. Forgot that this was Super Bowl Sunday. But I'm gonna keep my promise. We're
Yeah.
gonna be fast. So welcome everyone to The Medicine Murders,
Mm-hmm.
the podcast where true crime meets pharmacology.
Wow.
You think I'm getting better at that?
Yeah, you're getting much better at that.
Andy, today we unravel a case
Okay.
that begins with trust,
Mm-hmm.
thrives on deception,
Oh.
and ends in one of the most shocking betrayals in medical history.
Oh.
This is the story of Dr. Harold Shipman.
Okay.
Have you ever heard this story?
Mm, the name vaguely sounds familiar, but I'm not sure that I know it.
I've never heard it, and I feel like I should have. He was a respected physician whose name became synonymous. And so it begins.
Synonymous.
Synonymous with murder.
Wait, say it again, because I was probably
Synonymous.
no.
I'm
Say it
keeping that in there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
With murder. Everyone needs to know that I mess up all the words
No, it's
constantly.
okay. They don't have to, honey.
Now they are.
Okay.
So, over 2 decades, he quietly took the lives of at least 215 patients,
Whoa.
making him one of the most prolific serial killers the world has ever known.
Mm.
So, let's begin.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Harold Shipman wasn't just a doctor, he was a pillar of his community, born in Nottingham, England in 1946. He grew up in a working class family, bright and ambitious. By 1970, he had earned his medical degree from Leeds University and later settled in Hyde, a small town near Manchester. To his patients, he was more than a physician. He was a friend, a confidant. He made house calls, attended funerals, and went out of his way to provide care. In an era where doctors were seen as distant authority figures, Shipman's warmth made him beloved. But behind that caring exterior lurked a sinister secret. And by the time the truth came out, it was far too late. Over the years, Shipman quietly took the lives of hundreds of unexpected patients. But for a long time, no one noticed. Their deaths seemed natural, unremarkable even. It wasn't until patterns began to emerge that the terrible truth was uncovered. So, first, we're just going to focus on his victims.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to focus on 3 main ones.
Okay.
The first, Winifred Meller.
Okay.
The second, Ivy Lomas. I think how you say it, Lomas.
Mm-hmm. Lomas?
Lomas?
I guess.
Lomas.
I don't know.
And Kathleen Grundy.
Mm.
So, let's start with Winifred.
Mm.
She was a retired school teacher with a passion for gardening. At 73, she was active, independent, and deeply loved by her family. When she started feeling unwell, she called Dr. Shipman for a home visit. He arrived, reassured her that everything would be fine, and left. Hours later, Winifred was dead.
Mm.
Shipman listed her cause of death as a stroke, and her family, trusting him completely, never questioned it. Ivy Lamas was another beloved member of the community. At 63, she was known for her warmth and her incredible baking skills. In May 1993, she visited Shipman's clinic for a routine appointment. But while in his care, she suddenly collapsed and died. Shipman claimed it was a heart attack and insisted there was no need for emergency assistance. He even consoled Ivy's grieving family, assuring them that she hadn't suffered. Clinic staff found the circumstances unusual, but no one dared challenge the respected doctor.
Mm.
And then came Kathleen. Kathleen was 81 years old, but she was far.
Wait, just for reference for the audience. Is it on?
Hmm?
I just had to put the dog a almost 100-pound dog up on the bed and tuck her in with a blanket.
Yeah, because she was upset that we didn't do that already.
Such a
And
baby.
now she's making direct eye contact.
With me.
She loves Andy. The direct eye
Hybrid.
contact this dog makes is unparalleled. Like, when she looks at you, she looks in your soul. She loves, look at her. She will not stop staring at you.
I know you.
Okay, back to this.
Back to this.
I gotta watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So then came Kathleen Grundy. Kathleen was 81 years old, but far from frail. A former mayor of Hyde, she was vibrant, active, and dedicated to her community. On the morning of June 24th, 1998, she was found dead at home. Shipman signed her death certificate, attributing her passing to old age. Her family saw no reason to doubt him. But Kathleen's daughter, Angela Woodruff, soon discovered something that shattered her trust. A newly drafted will, one that left her mother's entire estate to none other than Dr. Harold Shipman. And with that, the truth began to unravel.
So
Makes no
stupid.
sense.
Why?
Why would he do
I
that?
just never understand. Like, I'm sure as
Doesn't
a
make any sense.
former mayor, whatever, like, she's probably got some valuable jewels. Like, I
But
don't,
why would he?
why
Of
would you
course it's him
change
now.
the thing? Like, yeah, that
Of
makes
course
it
we
so
know it's him now.
obvious. And also, like, you went after such a prominent, like, a
Well,
former mayor
after
is
a couple
crazy.
hundred people, you're cocky.
Yeah,
You don't think you're
100%.
gonna get caught.
But I'm like, that's the former mayor. Of course people are gonna notice that.
I mean, that's crazy. The will is crazy. So this was the turning point. Kathleen Grundy. Her death might have gone unnoticed. Just another elderly patient who had passed peacefully. But one crucial detail shattered that illusion, her will. Instead of leaving her estate to her family, the new document named Dr. Shipman as the sole beneficiary. The estate was worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. Kathleen's daughter, Angela, a lawyer, immediately knew something was wrong. Her mother had never mentioned changing her will, and more importantly, Angela knew Kathleen would never leave anything to her doctor. Suspicious, she took the matter to the police. Investigators moved quickly. Kathleen's body was exhumed and an autopsy was performed. The results were damning. Kathleen had died from a massive overdose of diamorphine, a potent opioid often used for pain relief in terminally ill patients. But that's it. Kathleen hadn't been terminally ill. This wasn't natural. This wasn't a mistake. It was murder. So the investigation began. Kathleen Grundy's case was just the beginning. Detectives began digging deeper into Shipman's past, reviewing the records of his deceased patients. A disturbing pattern emerged. Many of his victims were elderly women who had died suddenly, often during or shortly after a visit with him. In nearly every case, Shipman himself had signed the death certificate, citing natural causes like a heart attack or a stroke. The police exhumed multiple bodies. The results were chilling, consistent. Each contained traces of diamorphine. For decades, Shipman had been killing his patients. He would administer lethal doses of the drug, falsify medical records to make it appear they were seriously ill, and even attend their funerals, playing the role of the grieving doctor. As investigators shifted through the evidence, the scale of his crimes became horrifyingly clear. Shipman was linked to at least 215 murders, but the real number may never be known. Shipman was arrested in September 1998. Prosecutors built their case around 15 specific murders, cases with the strongest evidence. As the trial unfolded, grieving families sat in the courtroom, listening in horror as they learned the truth. Their loved ones hadn't died naturally. They had been betrayed by the very person they trusted most. In January 2000, Shipman was convicted on all counts and sentenced to life in prison without parole. He never admitted guilt. He never showed remorse. Then in 2004, Harold Shipman hanged himself in his prison cell. No confession, no explanation, and no answers.
Oh.
2004, you think we would have heard of this?
But also hung. It's not hanged.
A person hangs, pictures are hung. People are hanged. Pictures are hung. That's how you can tell the difference. Yeah, so people are hanged.
Oh, okay.
Pictures are hung. That's the difference.
If he hung himself, though.
Hanged himself.
But if it was himself, then
People
I
don't get
feel
hung.
like it doesn't make sense.
It's hanged.
Okay. No, I get it.
Well,
guess.
now you know. I just taught you the difference.
I don't get it. I will
Well,
verify
from
that.
now on,
But go on.
pictures are hung, people hang.
Okay, yeah.
Harold Shipman's crimes exposed the terrifying reality of unchecked medical power. He wasn't an outlier, he was a warning. His case forced a reckoning in the medical community, leading to stricter regulations and better tracking of controlled substances. But even with those safeguards in place, one truth remains. Medicine is built on trust, and trust can be exploited.
Mm-hmm.
That's why today we're diving deep into the drug that made Shipman's crimes possible, morphine. What is it? How does it work? And how we ensure that the very medicines designed to relieve pain aren't used to harm. You know what time it's for?
Talk
Talk
nerdy to
nerdy.
me.
Talk nerdy. Talk nerdy.
To me.
Bum, bum. Was that
Do
good?
that again, yeah.
Okay. I don't know what we did. Talk nerdy. Talk nerdy. Talk nerdy.
To me.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
So the story today is a little short because I want to talk about morphine.
Okay.
We started with fentanyl.
Right.
Then we went to Narcan.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're back to opioids.
Okay.
I told you opioids is going to be a toughie. People use opioids to kill people.
Right.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Accident, purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to make it clear in the medical community, opioids have a place
Mm-hmm.
because pain is very real.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they don't need to be taken seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So morphine is one of the most well-known opioids in medical history. Diamorphine, morphine, offsetted morphine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's one of the most well-known opioids in medical history. First isolated in 1804 by Frederick Serturner.
Mm.
I think I said that right. It's German. I don't think I said it right.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Serturner.
Serturner?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll text Sierra. He was a German pharmacist, and morphine was derived from opium poppies and quickly became a revolutionary pain treatment. It was named after Morpheus, the Greek god of dreams, because of its powerful sedative effects. It was named after Morpheus, the Greek god of dreams, because of its powerful sedative effects.
Mm-hmm.
So morphine binds to opioid receptors in the brain and spinal cord, blocking pain signals and reduce the eyeballs, like the sleep is crazy. So morphine binds to opioid receptors in the brain and spinal cord, blocking pain signals and producing feelings of relaxation and euphoria. It's commonly used for acute pain, chronic pain management, end of life care. The standard morphine dose varies based on the method of administration. So you got your oral tablets. Your standard dose is 10 to 30 milligrams every 4 hours as needed, 4 to 6 hours as needed.
Mm-hmm.
I just today filled a prescription for 100 milligrams every 4 hours. Like, so that's crazy.
Oh.
It can get high, but that's very abnormal. He's probably the only guy I filled that for.
Yeah.
It does exist because people live with pain,
Mm-hmm.
but it's rare.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 to 30 milligrams every 4 hours needed.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your IV dose, which is about 2.5 to 15 milligrams every 2 to 6 hours. And then you have your extended release tablets, which is 15 to 200 milligrams every 8 to 12 hours.
Okay.
But when taken in excessive amounts, especially by someone who doesn't have the tolerance, morphine can cause respiratory depression, coma, and death.
Mm-hmm.
This is what made it a silent weapon for Shipman. The role of pharmacists in preventing abuse is really what we're going to talk about here.
Mm-hmm.
How pharmacists can be the last line of defense when it comes to dispensing opioids. Because we know, as human beings in the United States, the opioid crisis did not come from some person on the side of the street giving out drugs.
Yeah.
It came from the doctors handing drugs out.
Yeah.
It just is the truth. But that doesn't mean we have to stop using them. It just means we have to use them smart.
Mm-hmm.
We have to trust our pharmacists.
Yeah.
So pharmacists are the last line of defense when it comes to dispensing these opioids. Every controlled substance prescription must be checked carefully for signs of fraud or misuse. Here's what pharmacists look for. Red flag prescriptions like excessive dosages or unusually high quantities, frequent early refills, prescriptions from multiple doctors, or also known as doctor shopping, and patients traveling long distances to fill prescriptions, like your doctor's in New York, but you're filling a prescription in Pennsylvania. Doesn't make much sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the tools we use to kind of track this is two things: the DEA and PDMP. You ever heard of PDMP before?
I've heard you talk about it, but
true.
I have not.
That's because
I don't know what the acronym actually stands for, but I know the gist of it.
Prescription Drug Monitoring Program.
Right. Okay.
So you have your DEA, which you know stands for Drug Enforcement Administration, and regulates controlled substances and enforces prescribing laws.
I thought it was agency.
Administration.
Oh, cool.
So the DEA I don't deal with them often. Um, as a pharmacist, the only time we really have to deal with the DEA is something goes missing. So let's say I have a prescription for oxycodone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we have to do counts of our narcotics every couple days
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that nothing is going missing.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say something goes missing, one tablet of oxycodone goes missing. Upon discovery, I have 72 hours to figure out what happened. If I don't know what happened, or I can't figure it out, if I do figure it out, either way, it doesn't matter. I have to report to the DEA.
Mm-hmm.
So you send a report, what drug went missing, how many, and the reason why, or the unknown reason. Or you can just say something as too much was given to this prescription. He got 31 instead of 30.
Mm-hmm.
That's a reason enough for the DEA, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know where that went, you just say we lost a pill. Here's the date that we lost it, and you send it to the DEA. Our DEA office is in Philadelphia. If you go west, the DEA office is in Pittsburgh. But there's a couple DEA offices per state. And you
Mm-hmm.
just, whatever one is your store's aligned to is what you send it to. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the DEA controls it, controls losses. If someone were to break in and steal, the DEA would come and do it.
Right.
So PDMP, this is something that I use and hopefully all pharmacists use. If you're a pharmacist listening to this and you're like, LOL, I never use that, you're not good at your job. So if
Oh,
I'm,
she
oh,
just
you're not good at your job.
put the smack down on
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, you're not. Sorry. And it's dangerous. You need to be
Mm-hmm.
using it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the only things we have as a pharmacist to tell us what patients are doing.
Right.
So PDMP, not every state has it, but luckily enough, the two states that I work in, Maryland and Pennsylvania, do have it.
Yeah.
So Pennsylvania has their version, Maryland has their version. It's called CRISP. Pennsylvania is just PDMP. It's a database that allows pharmacists and doctors to track opioid prescriptions and controlled substances to identify suspicious activity. So you have your Xanax to your Oxy.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's a controlled substance, a C2 through 5, is going to be on this list.
Mm-hmm.
It's by date of birth, name, and you just select the states you want to search. So when I'm searching in Pennsylvania, I'll just search the ones around me. So like Maryland, Ohio, New York. I'll just select the states.
Jersey, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does is it tells you all the prescriptions that person has received a controlled substance of, the date they received it, how many, if they got paid cash or through insurance, what pharmacy they got it from, and the doctor that gave it to them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a quick snapshot. It's a line, date, how many they got, what drug they got, doctor, pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can easily see just by a quick look the last time they got prescribed oxycodone, 5 milligrams, 120 tablets for a 30-day supply. When's the last time they got that? If it was the same doctor that wrote it last month or the last 10 months, and if they're going to the same pharmacy every time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's the easiest way to see doctor shopping. So if they have a bunch of doctors writing the script, it's very easy, it lays it out. Or pharmacy shopping. So they use their insurance at one CVS down the street, and then they drive across the street twice and they pay cash
Mm-hmm.
for the same prescription.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the only thing that stops a prescription from going through, if any no one knows, is insurance. So insurance says it's too soon. But if a patient goes, I'll just pay cash, I don't have insurance. Obviously, it might be a lie. I don't
Right.
say that. Um, it bypasses that too soon,
Mm-hmm.
right? The insurance is the only one that says that.
Mm-hmm.
So easy way to catch it is PDMP. It takes literally a total of 15 seconds. When I'm filling a script, it opens automatically. CVS has a great system. It opens automatically for the person. You scroll down, you look real quick. Especially if you know the patient, it takes less. It takes 5 seconds because you know it's going to be your pharmacy with their. It's easy,
Mm-hmm.
but you can easily spot strangers you don't know. So it's easy. It's easy to use. Everyone should be using it. If you don't use it, I'm going to call you out. You're a bad pharmacist. You can email me if you
Mm-hmm.
think otherwise. I'll report you to the DEA. Don't do that. So by reviewing these databases, pharmacists can spot patterns. They can prevent opioid misuse and flag potential cases of overprescribing or illegal distribution. Overprescribing is a huge issue. A lot of doctors go to jail for it. Um, it's crazy that a doctor would risk their medical degree for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, it's about money, and some people aren't that nice. Um, but understanding how opioids work and the safeguards in place to regulate them, and the role of pharmacists in preventing misuse, is critical to ensuring that medicines are used safely and responsibly. So that being said, going to Pop quiz. Pop quiz. You know what I just remembered?
What?
Last episode, we didn't sing the pop quiz song.
We didn't. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
It's because we had like multiple
Oh,
questions.
because I
Remember?
did the sandwich method.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, Andy, Bobandy, B, bye, Bobandy, Andy. Tell me this, Andy. It's going to be an easy one. It's going to be a fun one. It's not going to be a tough question.
Thank God.
How did morphine get its name?
Oh, from Morpheus, the Greek god of dreams, but also known as the Sand.
Is he? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, from the show?
Well,
Is
the
that show going to
books.
come
Neil
back?
Gaiman was the one who originally
Is
wrote
that
the
TV
books.
show coming back? I've really been looking
I
forward
didn't
to
check
it.
if a second season came out. We have to.
It really
find
makes me
out,
upset
'cause
because
it was
it
a
left on a
good show.
cliffhanger.
It was a good show.
I wouldn't call it very good, but I would say it was like it left on a cliffhanger, so it pisses me off that there's no second
You know,
part.
there's like a graphic novel, right? You
I
can
know, but
just
tell me
read the whole
this.
thing.
I don't want to read, but tell me
It's
this.
a graphic novel.
I hate
It's also art. Like you're not
No.
supposed to read. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Podcast for life. Podcast forever.
Okay.
Phoebe reads a mystery. That's all.
Yeah.
That's my reading.
I do love that. Yeah.
To remind me to Google this after this.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a season. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Okay. One more thing. How do we reverse a morphine overdose?
Did you say that?
Maybe 2 episodes ago.
2 episodes ago. Oh no.
It's important.
I know you can use Narcan.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Oh, okay.
Narcan is the answer.
Oh, great.
Ba-ba-ba-bo. For a bonus question, what is the Narcan dose? I'm just messing with you.
Oh, like whatever's
There's
in
no
the thing.
way you're gonna know.
Whatever's in the thing.
Did you like that episode? It's all done now.
That was a good
I was trying to be quick because Super Bowl's on, and I have to run downstairs as fast as I can. We have to get our dog off the bed that you so carefully put her on. Her head is off the bed, snoring, eyes in the back of her head. She falls asleep in 5 seconds. I don't know how she does it.
She loves it.
Yeah. You're so cute. Thank you for joining us on this episode, Okie.
I would just love to say also Kendrick Lamar killed it.
Yeah.
That was a great halftime show.
We did mention that in the beginning.
And he put the smackdown on America, as he should. All right.
If you want to dive deeper into the science behind the medicine, be sure to check out our sources in the show notes, as well as all our handles. Follow us on our social medias. My Instagram's popping off if you want to see that.
Okay, Queen.
Okay, I have a total of 20 followers on Instagram.
Heck yeah.
They're probably all my friends. But YouTube is blowing up. Almost 9,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop.
We love you guys on YouTube.
YouTube. Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon. We're on everything.
Podbean.
We love Podbean.
I do have to say to YouTube, I really want Rhett and Link to see this.
What if they did?
Oh,
I know you love Red Link.
I love Rhett and Link.
I just want to go on their show for one reason. I want to try the food that they make. Don't you want to try it so bad?
They have their Mythical Kitchen channel where they do all the.
Like, I know, but I want them. I want to sit. I just don't even want to be on this TV screen. I want to sit like behind the camera, and they just give me also a plate of whatever they're trying.
You want to eat gross stuff?
Yeah,
like,
I just want to see.
stuff
Well,
that's
sometimes they
boiled
make
for
great stuff
safety.
like cool Pop-Tarts, and they make cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So follow us on Instagram, The Medicine Murders Pod, YouTube, The Medicine Murders, Spotify, The Medicine Murders.
Everywhere it's The Medicine Murders.
Researching this, there is a book. And guess what the book is called?
What book?
There's a book on murders. And guess what the book's called?
What?
Prescription for Murder.
That was your original
name. That
was
my original name, so I'm kind of glad I didn't change that. That would have been probably.
I'm glad you changed it. Yeah.
So if you enjoyed this episode, leave a review. Try again. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a review, subscribe, share with a friend, so listeners can enjoy the education that is me speaking to Andy and teaching her things that she forgets next episode. And with that being said, remember, folks, you don't need a prescription for murder.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Go Eagles.